Welcome into the Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. I am Harrison Graham. We got some Chiefs news and rumors to catch you guys up on, including some juicy OBJ notes, the latest on him. The Chiefs are among the teams interested in signing Odell Beckham Jr. This coming in from Jordan Schultz. This tweet was actually the one he sent last night. That two-time All-Pro wide receiver Odell Beckham has had positive discussions with the Cowboys. Sources tell The Score. There are several teams interested, but Dallas would like to make it work. I'm also told OBJ is seeking a multi-year contract. And then today, he just tweeted this out. Add the Ravens and Chiefs to the list of teams showing interest in Odell Beckham Jr. per sources. A couple more potentially as well, while the Cowboys also remain interested. And in the words of the great late Heath Ledger, here we go. Obviously, with Juju Smith-Schuster moving on to the New England Patriots, a player like Odell Beckham could be someone that Kansas City is interested in. You look at his past 4 years, though, like there is pause for concern. Did not play at all last year with the torn ACL. Had incomplete seasons in 2020 and 2021, although in 21 he did help the Rams win a Super Bowl, did some good things. Last 1,000-yard season in 2019, that's a long time ago. We know how talented he is. We know if he's healthy, he can still be really good. Can he stay healthy? Are you willing to commit multiple years to him? Those are all questions Brett Veach has to answer. Now, you look at what the Chiefs currently have with Tony, MVS, and Sky Moore. It's a good trio, but I think you need another piece in here. Is Sky Moore ready for an elevated role? I know there was a report out there that the Chiefs think Kadarius Toney can be a number one. Is he ready for that, though? I'm not saying OBJ can be a number one, but for a 1 or 2 year deal to help this offense out, when you have Travis Kelce, you don't even necessarily need a number one. I do expect the Chiefs to add a receiver, whether it's a vet, whether it's trading for DeAndre Hopkins, whether it's drafting someone in the first few rounds. You need someone else to give you more security at this wide receiver position. I still don't think Mecole Hardman comes back, so I don't think he's going to be the answer. But things are getting interesting. I mean, the Chiefs went to Odell Beckham's workout a week ago Friday. There was interest from Kansas City, according to reports, late last season when OBJ was considering coming back, but ultimately he wasn't quite ready with that injury. So it has been interest there for a while. I think it'll come down to price. It'll come down to contract structure and whether or not the Chiefs feel like he is worth the risk. All right, what do you guys think? I've kind of gone on my spiel. Time for you guys to weigh in. Should the Chiefs sign OBJ? Type OBJ for yes. Type no BJ for no. Certainly going to be interesting around the top free agent wide receiver. Orlando Brown, let's talk about his future as he is signed with the Cincinnati Bengals. Didn't see that one coming. 4 year, $64 million contract to go to Cincinnati. We'll talk about kind of the contract thoughts here in a minute because I do have some. Mike Garafolo added this after the deal became official. He said, this is a deal for Orlando Brown to play left tackle. He was adamant that he wanted to stay there. Bengals will allow him to do that and play with a contender that could face the Chiefs in the postseason. So Brown gets to stay at his position and, hey, gets to go up against his former team that ultimately decided to not pay him. Subscribe to the channel. More thoughts on Orlando Brown in a second. Trying to get to 41,000 ASAP. We're less than 500 away. Help us out. Free agency is ongoing. The draft is just around the corner. Busy things happen here in the NFL and on the Chiefs Report. So don't miss any of it. Join the movement here on the channel. Orlando Brown tweeted to KC, I'm forever thankful. I talked to Orlando Brown at the Super Bowl in Arizona, and very well-spoken guy. I enjoyed my conversation with him. Sometimes in life you make decisions and a lot of people involved contribute to those decisions, and sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And look, he gambled last offseason by not taking that 6-year, $138 million contract. Basically was a 5 for 95, $19 million per year. He thought he deserved over 20, and I understood where he was coming from. But looking back, he probably should have taken that deal. Because it would have essentially been a 5-year, $95 million deal. The last year of the deal would not have happened. But when you consider he made $16 million on the franchise tag this year, and you just signed 4 for 64, instead of getting 5 for 95, he's getting 5 for 80. So he lost $15 million. Now, hindsight's 2020. You never know what's going to happen, but he gambled and lost. Now, he's still going to make a lot of money. He's still with the contender. He gets to stay at left tackle, so it's not like it's a total loss, but it just did not work out the way he probably envisioned. Now, that doesn't also necessarily mean for the Chiefs that it's going to work out in some high manner as well. Like, Jawaan Taylor is an excellent pass blocker, but he's never played left tackle in the NFL. So, the Chiefs are gambling too. The Taylor signing is a gamble. There's no doubt. They gave him 4 years, $80 million. That's more than what Orlando Brown got. Like, with Orlando Brown, you at least knew for sure what you had. With Jawaan Taylor, we don't completely know. Like, I think if he can make that transition to left tackle, he could be an upgrade in this offense because of his improved pass blocking ability compared to Brown. But that remains to be seen. I trust Brett Veach. We have to see how it plays out. Pick an OT. Who would you have rather gone with? Type OB for Orlando Brown, JT for Jawaan Taylor. Who would you have rather had at this left tackle position? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, Chiefs fans, Orlando Brown is a Super Bowl champion. Chiefs Kingdom are Super Bowl champions, and you can get your Super Bowl championship gear right now. Chatsports.com/ChiefsSB. It never gets old. Hats, T-shirts, hoodies. We got it all and a whole lot more. Go check out that link in the description in the comments of this video and pick up some Chiefs Super Bowl gear today. You will not regret it. Chatsports.com/ChiefsSB. All right, a little bit of news here. Patrick Mahomes received a contract restructure. The Chiefs have created $9.6 million in cap space by converting $12 million of Mahomes' salary into a signing bonus, which made a lot of sense. They could have gone higher, but they kind of just did a little bit here. So you get an extra $10 million or so in cap space. Brett Veach adding that flexibility to, make another move or two if he feels like doing so. Obviously, the Chiefs have had a decent amount of free agents exit, so maybe he'd like to bring a couple more guys in. There's certainly some notable free agents still left out there. Yannick Ngakoue is a player I'd be very interested in on this defense after losing Frank Clark. They obviously added Charles Omenihu, but I think Ngakoue would be interesting. Jadeveon Clowney on a cheap deal could be fascinating. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson as kind of a safety nickel hybrid. I don't think the Eagles end up re-signing him. Would the Chiefs want to add another member to the secondary after losing Juan Thornhill? Maybe. Odell Beckham we've talked about. Mecole Hardman, could he come back? I'd be surprised, but Paris Campbell just signed a 1-year, $3 million deal with the Giants. If it's super cheap, maybe you just bring back Hardman. Who knows? Derek Nottie, I would like to bring him back after losing Kalen Saunders. Do you bring back Justin Houston after a few years away? Bobby Wagner, Mike Gesicki, Dalton Schultz, some veterans at positions you don't have to prioritize, but guys that could certainly help this team as well. So there's guys out there. There's moves that could happen. Obviously, a DeAndre Hopkins trade could be in the works, so plenty of stuff that could still take place. Who will the Chiefs sign next? Who should they sign? What do you guys think? Drop a name in the comments. Who should the Chiefs sign next? All right, that's going to do it for today's Chiefs Report. We'll probably be back later today with another video, so buckle up and stay tuned. I am Harrison Graham. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll talk to you guys soon here on the Chiefs Report.